Hey guys, my name is Alois, and in this guide I will show you how a challenger player plays the Cassante matchup. Alright, let's dive into it. Hey, what's up guys? Today we're doing another matchup guide. We're playing against Cassante, probably the strongest top lane champion right now. He's very good at the melee champions, and therefore he's ultimately also very good against Riven. And the thing I struggle the most with playing against this champion is finding kill windows, because he can rush armor very early on, and it's just very hard to get kills. So I'll show you guys how I perceive the Cassante matchup. This game we're playing against the Cassante with Ghost and Teleport. I've seen some variations. I've seen some Cassantes go Flash Barrier. I've seen some Cassantes go Flash TP, some Flash Ignite. This guy went Ghost and Teleport. So that's that. And how I perceive this matchup, guys, is in the early game, I don't think Cassante is too strong. Once he gets 6, this champion completely changes, and around like level 5, he's still very strong, right? And he can definitely trade, but I think in the early game, Riven actually gets an edge. So what I do right now is I run a Longshot 3 with double adaptive, and my goal in this matchup is to try and play as aggressive as I can in the early game with still playing around the skews. Here I'm just looking for a cheese. We can't get it off because we don't have good champions, so I end up just warding his rep buff so I know where enemy jungle is starting. And I do this every game, pretty much whenever I can, because if I know that this jungle is starting here, I know that he'll be pathing from top into bot, meaning that I do not have to care about enemy Lee Sin in the first 4 waves in top lane, which is already very good for me. So perfect. I'm thinking maybe Cassante is leashing here, but he doesn't, and Cassante comes in lane. So right here, first thing I have to try and see if he has bone plating, right? Second thing is spacing his Qs. He's running sorcery, so I also thought he would be running Scourge here. So you see, I'm queuing forward, I'm constantly spacing back. I've played against Cassante quite a while now, but as you see here, I'm just constantly going to try and space out his Qs, because that's the whole goal you have to try and do here. Spacing his Qs in the early game is by far the most important thing. You see me auto-attacking, queuing out, and walking out again, right? His Q range isn't too long, and you have to try and space it. And every time he uses a Q, then you can trade. Whenever he has his third Q, you cannot trade into him, because one problem you have when he's using his third Q onto him, it's a knockup that lasts quite long, and your Q might run out if you're doing this. So try to avoid trading into his third Q, but if he's only doing his first or second Q, you can trade into him. So here he did his second Q, I get his bone plating, I take a little bit of a bad trade, but it's okay because I get his bone plating out. And now his third Q, I don't have my Q otherwise, I'm always going to back off here, right? Okay, so now, no Q stack up, I'm going to look for a trade here. And he allows me, I sadly cancel my auto, but still this trade is fine. And you'd be thinking, well, this trade doesn't look fine, or maybe it's like, how is this trade good? He has 1 potion, right? You can see right here. It's a bit hard to see, but he has 1 potion right here. He's running D-shield plus a potion. I'm sorry for the stuff in between. It's because I'm going from my stream here. And I've Longshot with 3 potions. So this trade was ultimately very good for me. And now I know that after these minions, I only need 1 more minion to get my level 2. So I'm going to keep my Q up here so that I can look to play aggressive at level 2. Also, he has 3 Qs, so I'm never going to walk up here, right? Like I said. 3 Qs, okay, it ran out. And here, remember, he has no flash, he's running Ghost. So when I get my level 2 here, I'm going to try and trade here. He gets his level 2 first. That's all good. Okay, using my second potion too to try and stay high HP. And, okay, I just ended up going E because, I wasn't going to get any favorable trades there. So perfect, we get a little chunk. I want to, if he's going to go for less, I'm going to trade into him. Again, he has no Q stacked up. Oh, something that's very important here as well. So what you see me do is, you might be thinking, why didn't you trade here into him? His next minion wave is coming, right? And whenever a next minion wave is arriving, guys, what you want to do is just allow these minions to just aggro onto your minions, and then you start trading again. Because if I were to trade the minion wave, ultimately I lose too much HP, right? So I wait for all the minions to crash, and now I start looking to trade again. I suddenly hit the minion there, but still it's an okay trade, and I get his bone plating out again. Judge HQ, we're level 3 now in 1 minion, and I'm going to try and trade again into him. And as you see, when he has multiple Q stacks up, I'm not going, but here he has no Q stacked up, so I can look to trade into him. I get my level 3 edge as well, and this trade was lovely, right? I'm going to try and set him up for a dive. He walks back, and I actually get the kill here. Even if he had flash, he was dead. And this is what I mean, right? With the early game, Cassante is actually not that strong, especially if he doesn't have his Qs yet and his early abilities. Like, he's very weak in the early game. Like, level 1 to 3, he's not that strong. Once he gets a bit more levels, this matchup becomes super hard to play. But here, the Cassante gave me the good opportunity to look for a lead in the early game, right? And I gladly will take that. And there we go. We just get him down. So now my goal is to try and get the wave in. I will. He TP's back, but it's too late. And we get a Rico here. 900 gold. As you guys know by now, I like to go longsword and a deep blade. So that's why I buy with 2 potions and I'm coming back. Very hyped here. That means bouncing back into me. Perfect. Everyone looks for a gank. It's not going to do anything. And I can already tell you from now, it's gonna be very hard to skill this Cassante again, right? Even though he only has a D-shoot plus a cloth armor, as you can see right here. It's a bit hard to see. And I have double longsword and a deep blade. Cassante just gets really strong right now. And this champion is, I feel like, very, like a bit overtuned as well. Especially in laning phase. I think they have overbuffed this champion too. So yeah, right now, I am ahead, but it's just gonna be a bit hard to progress into him. He also has an unstoppable ability, so we sadly cannot kill him. The wave is bouncing into me here, so I want to look for a kill. Okay. Just hard here. Can't look for too many kills. Going to try and punish him every time he goes for a last hit right there, right? Simply third Q, step sideways because he's going to Q the minions and then auto QW, but can't do much more. I'm going to try and look to contest him here in the bounce because that's my goal here, right? Here I am much stronger just because he has the cloth armor and I have double longsword. So I look to trade here. I think it's level 5, so I get out. Also, one thing that's important here is I have 2 potions, he has no potions, so I'm going to try and trade him as much as I can, because any health trade that I do will benefit me, because I can sustain with potions and he cannot. So here I go for a trade, and we back out instantly again. And I see Lee Sin coming top with my wards, so yeah, here I'm just gonna have to let the wave crash, and allow the Cassante to recall. So that's what happens, right? I just let him crash it, and he recalls. So I'm gonna answer with a recall too, which is perfectly fine here. I know that he recalled, right? It's very obvious that he wants to recall here. That's also why his jungler covered for him. He got a lot of gold there, so he has to recall. Here's the fastest way to push the wave as well, as you do Q. And that right there, QQW, you push the wave. I did one auto attack unnecessary on the backline means, and we push in the wave. I know that Cassante needs quite a while to recall now, or to come back. And I also saw Lily Sin on the Raptors here, so I know I'm kind of safe to go here. And I'm a little bit short of my purchase to pickaxe right now, right? If you can see it. I move my camera a little bit out of the way. You see, I was just short of getting enough gold for my pickaxe here, so I'm going to decide to stay. Do the same thing with the wave, hard push it like that. Actually get the plate as well, and therefore get a perfect recall. Cassante comes back, we're not in a danger zone, we can just get out, and I get my whip. So here, you might also be wondering, why don't you rush Hydra? On 1100 gold, guys, Iron Spike Whip, 1100 gold, 30 AD, whereas a pickaxe, right, is 1200 gold. It's only 25 AD and you cannot freeze waves anymore. So here, just because I have 1100 gold, I'm going to opt for the whip, and I think it's better here. I could go for pickaxe refillable, but I think just the whip here is better. The item active to get his bone plating out. 30 AD is more than 25 AD, so yeah, I like the whip here a lot more. Now he has Tabis. I'm not going to be able to kill him anymore, right? When this guy has Tabis and he's just even, or like, he's a bit behind right now, right? But my point here is, I'm probably not going to be able to kill this Cassante anymore. But what I can do is look to try to get ahead in waves and get ahead in plates and CS. So that is my goal. I'm probably not going to kill the Cassante anymore, but if I can get more farm and more XP and gold, then I'm obviously still ahead, right? So that's what I'll try and do. And let's see how we achieve that. Because this champion is just extremely hard to kill right now. Alright, I see my Evelyn bot. I have no idea where the Sin is at, so we're just going to be laning normally here. Nothing much going on. Elise or Evelyn is coming top. So let's see what happens. I see Lee Sin bot now on the minimap. So I'm just looking to trade here. But, I mean, I pushed the wave too fast and he doesn't even take damage, right? It's just Cassante. I think I made a mistake here, hard pushing it so fast. I think here I should be slow pushing this and waiting for this next minion wave you see on the minimap here. Oh, you can't see it too well. Again, my camera's a little bit too big. I should wait for the second minion wave here to walk up more. To just basically allow it. Sorry, let me fix my camera here better. There you go. If I wait for my second wave here to walk up here, it will be in a much better spot, because then ultimately I don't have to play under this turret. Whereas if I hard push it right now, here I have to play under this turret, and it's tricky because he could look to like ult me under the turret, right? So here I have to play a little bit more on the edge, and this is also the hardest spot to play against Cassante, because he can just Q through you, ult you into the turret, and then you're completely screwed. So we can't do much here. I get the wave in, and I'm going to proxy wave because I saw that Lee Sin is bot, right? So we get the proxy wave. He did the dragon, we get that notification too, and I'm just gonna recall. The wave's bouncing into me, I'm not gonna lose anything. I come back. As I said, I didn't lose a single minion. I just took the proxy for the faster recall, right? And now he's going to start recalling, but I'm already back. So now I'm gonna hard push next wave and look for plates again, right? Because that's how I can expand my lead right now. I don't have to kill him. I can expand it by taking camps and plating. So here I get back faster than him, and we can take another plate. So second plate here. I can carry that, they don't have to tilt. So we get the second plate. Again, now he's coming back. He has a Kindle Gem and another cloth armor. I literally cannot kill this champion. He's unkillable. I'm just going to keep expanding my lead through, through camps and farm and plates. Let's see if we can get some trade patterns in again. Spacing his Q whenever I can, because that Q is just so obnoxious to deal with. I want to recall here because I'm close to Gore Drinker. I'm gonna cancel. I obviously can't recall. I need one more wave and then I can get my Gore Drinker. So that's my goal here. Alright, we can just skip through it. Here, my Evelyn shows bot. I don't know where the Sin is at, so I have to play a little bit scared. So I will, or not scared, but a little bit safe. And let myself get pushed in. Take this and instantly recall. Oh, why did I not recall? I guess I thought, okay, no, the Cassante didn't show. I thought maybe the Cassante had recalled. I think that's what was my thought here. Alright, push this in, and now I can get my Gore Drinker. Perfect, get Gore Drinker plus Longsword. He decided to stay. I'm already back, he still has to recall. So we're gonna do the exact same thing, right? Again, we took the faster recall than him. We pushed the wave, recalled, and I can probably get another plate here. Plus another wave. And that's basically how the rest of my matchup goes, guys. I just make sure I get the better recalls, I push out the wave, and I'm looking to scale. At the end of the game, right? I can quickly skip to the end of the game. At the end of the game, I did get pretty fed, right? He didn't really get any leads, and I was 10 CS per minute, and he was not. And that's why I'm 2 levels above him now. And then at the super end of the game, let's see. The Xante only ended up doing 5k damage, right? And I was super far ahead. So what I'll do is I'll leave the VOD with the timestamp of this full game in the description down below. But I think it's very important that you need to realize that it's hard to solo kill Cassante. This champion is very strong, but you don't need to solo kill him in order to expand your lead and grow. So that's, I think, the biggest takeaway I can give you guys. Try and abuse him in the early game. If you can't, hopefully you get some good jungle ganks. If that doesn't happen, just play consistently with your recall timers, get good CS averages, get some plates, and then you'll be fine and you will outskill. But make sure to keep, steady, play well, and you will, yeah, like I said, you will eventually outskill this champion. So that is the Akshan matchup guide. Hope you guys learned some new stuff, and I'll see you in the next one.